And that's why like I really like the hero arm because it's different. I really applaud the design because we live in a two-handed world, right? So people with limb differences are trying to assimilate into this two-handed world. But in these current times, I don't think that I need to assimilate into the two-hand world and that I can be unique and be proud of my difference. I am missing my left arm from the elbow down, as you can see, and then I only have 3 fingers on my right hand. I do put a lot of strain on these 3 fingers because I use them for everything, obviously. Because I was born with a limb difference, this is all I know, so I never really needed a prosthetic because I adapted from a young age without one. As I grew up, I actually have it right here, but I had one of these arms. I don't know what it's called. It also has like the electrodes inside, but I didn't see a use for it because it didn't feel like an extension of my arm. It felt like a big chunk of metal at the end of my arm. It was very heavy, and all it can do is open, close, and I wasn't very good at controlling the pressure. It would just go from open to very, very hard closed. But I think this was the better option, especially because at a young age, I was definitely starting to get more self-conscious about my limb difference. You know, kids staring, things like that. Even though I'm a very, very confident person, on the inside, it still hurts sometimes, and so I think I wanted to fit in. I lived in an orphanage and foster care for about 5 years in a medical related facility. So most of my foster siblings also had medical conditions and things like that. After being adopted, it definitely was a hard transition for me going into my family. But after transitioning, obviously, I'm very appreciative of my parents and things like that. So I feel like growing up with a limb difference, it's very important to understand like people with limb differences and where they're coming from. I think a lot comes from the environment we are and how we're treated. I guess for me, I always feel like the word disability limits me and it limits the capabilities that I'm able to do. The hero arm has definitely made me more confident. So one thing I noticed on my Instagram, when I looked at my old feed, there was no pictures of my arm, or I would purposely center my body like so my arm was facing someone else, would always be hidden. And so I did realize that in every single situation, I always hid my arm. In every single picture taking, anything, I'd always hide it. But with the hero arm, I definitely can't hide it. It's definitely meant to be seen, which is like a good thing. I don't feel the need to hide it. I just wear it confidently out. I think it's very cool. And it has boosted my confidence in the way, like now that people do know that I have a limb difference and I'm not hiding it on my social media, I post about it. And I also feel more confident not wearing it as well.